Well, Tom and Lauren, this is a huge honor to talk to you. I think Chloe and Lucifer are one of the best TV couples of all time. And congratulations on this final season. I loved every single moment of it. So honestly, just first of all, congratulations. The series is done.
I know, can you believe it?
No, I can't. I can't believe it now that I just finished.
This time, it's definitely the end this time, definitely.
Oh, okay. Well, the fandom is, yes, the fandom is truly special for the show. I have a ton of questions for you. Like I said, I love Lucifer and Chloe. I've loved seeing their relationship and chemistry build over these last 6 seasons. And, after becoming friends in real life, how do you continue to build up the chemistry for Lucifer and Chloe now that we've come full circle this final season? Tom, I want to begin with you.
Well, I mean, there was another element added to the mix this season, and I don't want to go too much into it because we're not doing spoilers anymore. But but they find themselves in the place where their relationship feels very cemented, and then something else is added to the mix, and it's a different deck of style than what you've ever seen before.
Tom and I are so lucky that we never had they call them chemistry reads or whatever.
But
crazy. Tom was cast, right?
Yeah.
And I was cast, and we have mutual friends that just, said the best things ever about Tom. And I was like, oh, that sounds great. But you never know until you meet someone, especially when you kind of know it's going to be a love-ish relationship.
Yeah.
But Tom and I we're so lucky in that we didn't know each other. We got thrown into it together and just got along like a house on fire. Then,
amazing.
Like best buddies since we got shot out the gates. And
incredible. Yeah.
Yeah. And I want to make all these jokes that it's like, it's the hardest acting I've ever had to do is act like Tom is charming. Ha ha ha. No, it's really like zero effort. And I get asked that, I think, more than anything. Like, how do you, I'm like, really?
Yes.
We don't do it. It just happened that we both have, the maturity level of a 5-year-old and
a shared sense of humor, and that sense of humor is that of a 6-year-old. That's pretty good.
I thank you for speaking on it. I was talking with Joe, and he actually said that the final scene of the series is the final scene that you all shot. We don't have to get into spoilers, but I just wanted to get your thoughts on what it was like after you filmed the final scene for Lucifer, and what it was like just on set afterward. Tom, I want to begin with you.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think as soon as they said cut, Lauren and I sort of turned at each other and looked at each other and just gave each other a massive hug and burst into tears. And then that just kind of like echoed across the set as people sort of said goodbye to me. We've had such a close group for such a long time, and we're so fond of everyone there. The crew and everybody's just been amazing. So it was an outpouring, but because we all knew it was going to end, I think gradually as the days went on season 6, it was a daily sort of grieving process. So we were like letting air out of the balloon slowly rather than just all in one go at the end.
You have to mentally prepare for weeks of this ending, right, Lauren?
Yeah. I mean, that day was beautiful. The last day, of course, as Joe told you, Lauren, I think the last scene of the entire series is what we shot last, but we also shot the Lucifer and Chloe together. Oh wait, I'm probably not allowed to mention that, huh?
Well, there's are you talking about maybe like another type of montage that happens? But yeah,
well, I was just saying that it was an emotional, heartfelt day. The last day of shooting. And it was beautiful. I just remember, like, Tom just made me have a flashback. I remember, you obviously know it's coming, and you know that obviously you're gonna have your last take, and then everyone's gonna wrap. But I remember hearing cut, and then this like look in Tom's eye, and I was like, wait, I'm sure we're going again, right? Like and he's like, no, that's it. And then everyone started clapping, and at that point, Tom and I just hugged, and yeah.
So I love it. Well, last question for you. How do you think season 1 Lucifer and Chloe would react to season 6 Lucifer and Chloe? Because I rewatched season 1 prior to this, and I'm like, how would Detective Chloe in season 1 react if she could potentially see the future? What do you guys think they would react? Tom, what do you think he would react to knowing how it ends?
Part of him would be being like, I told you so, that you liked me. And then the other part be like, whoa, hold on a minute, that's gone a bit far.
Perfect response.
I was going to say the same thing, because if we're talking about season 1, Chloe,
yes,
she pretty much thinks he's like insane for a good part of the season. And like, even the way I talk to him when I first meet him, like, oh, your name's a joke. Like, you're a joke. Yeah. You know, you're having orgies here. You're drinking whiskey at 8 a.m. Like, you're a nightmare. Yeah. If I were to season 1 Chloe were to look at season 6 Chloe and what they've gone through, I would go, no way, with that guy that I met at the crime scene, the piano, no way. Yeah, I think it'd be all insane, but you know, it's all just due to so much love and the journey they went through together. It just feels like it's, you know, well deserved.
Yeah. Did you guys take anything from set afterward? Tom, did you take anything?
Well, I wish I could have taken Lucifer's car, but that wasn't happening.
Let me just cut to the chase here. If you can imagine that cavemen had a sex toy, that's basically what Tom took from set. Really.
Great. Amazing.
Yeah, we've tried to describe it now so many times, but it is a fake ivory tusk that has carvings into it, like very ancient looking carvings, but it really is this very phallic caveman sex toy. Caveman sex toy.
Tom, you have to post it on your Instagram one of these days. Anyways, thank you both so much for your time today. I appreciate it so much. He's like, I'm going to do it. I love all the behind the scenes photos that you did post. Thank you both so much for your time today. I appreciate it. And I cannot wait for fans to see this final season of Lucifer.
Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you both. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, Joe and Ildi, congratulations on this final season. I loved every single moment of it. Also, Ildi, I love that your dog is just chilling behind you in the corner. My dogs are downstairs, but like, he's like, yeah, they're still, oh my gosh, they're completely camouflage. I love it so much. Well, I got tons of fan questions for the both of you, but honestly, one of the ones that came in the most was, what was it like just being on set on the final day of filming and wrapping? I'm sure it was super emotional, but just tell us fans what it was like just having Lucifer finally wrapped. Joe, I want to begin with you.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot. Like, and it was tricky because, you know, everyone's COVIDed up, everyone's got masks, so you're both like very distant, but so wildly intimate because a lot of the crew's been with us for years. We ended on the final moment of the series. That was our final shot. And it was beautiful. It was hard and wonderful. And everyone gave speeches after they yelled end of series. Sherwin Shalati, our director of the episode, announced it. Everyone went over, everyone gave big speeches, everyone cried. And we had little bottles of independent champagne because that's how you have to do it in COVID.
Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. Ildi, the same for you.
I was just going to say, I think one of the harder things about this being our final season was the COVID of it, obviously, and the fact that we couldn't, hug and joke around as much and just be in each other's faces and like we normally were. And that last day we kind of got to a little, it's not like we were like at each other, but we did let the yardstick down for a change. We literally
you have to commemorate. Yeah, you have to commemorate somehow. Well, a lot of people, when I was talking to them about the show, a lot of fans argue that Lucifer's relationship to God is actually the main relationship of the show. I mean, I'm here for Chloe and Lucifer, but I mean, God is physically there for one season. And what do you think God was trying to teach Lucifer about himself with making him the Lord of Hell and then eventually turning him to God? That was the question that a lot of fans had. So Joe, I want to begin with you.
Yeah, I think it was a lot about choice. And I think to a certain extent, yes, God was one of the primary relationships. And that's one of the things I love about season 6 is we deal with God and we move forward. We move past that and we move into Lucifer becoming his own man and dealing with who he is, having now resolved that. And I think season 6 actually redirects it back to Lucifer and Chloe, which to me is the heart of the show. Not to disagree with that, because I do agree. Like the God has loomed large over so long, but what season 6 offers us is a chance to step forward.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you speaking on that. I love Lucifer and Chloe. I think they're one of TV's best couples. So thank you so much for creating that. And I'm honestly so excited for fans to see this final season. I've had so many friends text me and I'm like, I'm not saying anything. So I'm like teasing them. No, I can't wait for them to see it.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Lauren.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Right.